Guys and girls, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about Harley Benton guitar kits. Let's go! So, welcome back. Today I wanted to show you the kit that I did a couple of years ago. This was right after 2020, and my friend gifted me this kit, which I intended to do as good as I could do. I never did anything like this before, so I went and just documented to see what I can get. So this is what you get from Harley Benton. There is a lot of different versions of these kits. This was the Tele one. There is also the Strat kind of like one, and some single cut and double cut versions. So I would suggest you to start with something easy if it is your first. Then I would suggest you to decide which paint you want to go for. I wanted to do something that was a bit hard to do, but I wanted to do that. So I choose to paint this guitar with nitro cans that I get from Northwest Guitars. I really recommend them. If you are in Europe, those cans are awesome, very easy to spray. I never sprayed anything before with cans. I was very bad at painting and spraying in general. This lacquer is very nice. One can was more than enough to spray the neck and the body with several layers, especially the body. I did several layers because I did a couple, and then for some reason, probably some humidity changes, it went bad, so I had to sand it down and paint it again. But other than that, they are very easy to use. But you know, nitro is a bit temperamental, so if you don't have any place to do it, because you can't do it in your home, because it's first very flammable, second it's pretty harmful for humans and living things, so you want to stay away from that. I did this in my garage, semi-open, try to ventilate as much as possible, but yeah, it's really dangerous. Use a mask. But this is the end result. It was the body is pre-shaped, so you only have to do some sanding to make it look good, and you know, you have to paint it. You can use water-based lacquers that are very easy to apply. You can apply with them with a cloth or you know, an old t-shirt, something like that, and they're very easy. The neck is already painted. It is satin on the back, and I added a bit of yellow nitro to this to get the vintage look, but you know, it wasn't necessary, but I wanted to do it just because of the looks. And yeah, everything here is original except the pickups and the nut, which I replaced. The tuners work okay, they're not amazing, but you know, the kit itself is like 80 euros or something like that, plus shipping, but you know, it can be amazing. The pickups are replaced with some flare alnicles, which are very nice and much better than the stock ones, which are pretty crap. But if you just want to build your own guitar, you can then start modifying it. But they're fine. They play fine, and you can hear them in the flare review that I did right up here, or down in the description. And yeah, the nut, I replaced the nut because not because the one that was before there wasn't good enough. It's just that I wanted to change it from the plastic nut to a bone nut, so I bought my own bone nut, but it was made for Fender guitars, and this spacing is not like Fender guitars. So after many failed attempts to do a proper job at the nut, because everything that I do, the guitar was worse than it was stock. So I decided to go to my trusty local guitar tech, and he did a fantastic job with the bone nut here. But other than that, I really suggest you doing something like that. If you have the time, and if you have, even if you don't have the skills, you don't need a ton of tools. I used a simple cutter for just for the shape, and a ton of sanding paper and sanding blocks just to get the shape of the S-stock right. And yeah, it was very fun to do. Of course, there are some errors that I did. For example, here there is too much lacquer left. There is more lacquer on the sides than there is on the front, probably because it was easier to sand especially in some places. It was really hard to sand down, but you know, it's something that you can live with. My intention for this was to relic and make it relic on its own, but so I didn't mind any imperfections in the paint, as long as they were not too visible. As far as playability goes, the neck is fine. I think if you played any of the most affordable early Bentons, I think it will compare to that. Yeah. So bottom line, I suggest you doing this because it's fun. You learn a lot just by using a couple of tools. You learn a lot, especially about setting up your own guitar. You know, it's a fun experience, and since it's very cheap to do, and you will end up with a new guitar, which is always a good thing. You know, more guitars is better than less. This is not a sponsor video, by the way. I just like the fact that there are other kits online, but I have experience only with this one. Yeah, for what I did, it's really recommended. I also have a friend that did another guitar, which is very funky looking. His kit was a Stratocaster style one, and he went crazy. He experimented with epoxy. He didn't want the tremolo, but of course the guitar comes as a tremolo equipped body, so we did the routing and the holes in the back. And so he went on and you know, drowned the bridge in epoxy, and he even embedded his own you know, little heart from Sardinia. And so yeah, it's a pretty cool thing that you can do, and it really opens up your creativity if you wanted to. You can go crazy with the paints. There is also a competition that Thomann runs. Yeah, so you can be featured on their video and win some stuff. I don't remember what, but it's fun just to be part of a community of people that experiment with this kind of stuff. So this is it for today. Let me know in the comments if you plan on doing something like this, if you like the build that I did, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!